Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Coffee and Bible Time. This is Ashley, and I want to personally welcome you to today's video and just say thank you so much for joining me in my morning coffee and with this coffee chat. So, as you know, I usually start my mornings off with coffee. Pour-overs are just my thing. I love them so much. I have been starting to get into more of a routine lately. Decided to set my alarm specifically for 6:30 a.m. every morning. Trying to wake up earlier, go to bed earlier. I'm curious for you guys, what time do you guys wake up in the morning? Is it early? Is it later? What works best for you? Just so curious to know that about you. So yeah, I've been trying to get more disciplined, and what that means is setting my phone aside. So I titled today's video, Getting Rid of Distractions. And for me in my life, my absolute biggest distraction is my phone. It distracts me from everything. It distracts me from my quiet times. It distracts me from homework. It distracts me from living in the moment. It distracts me from interacting with people in person. It distracts me when I should be loving others or loving God. So what I have been doing lately is I've been putting my phone on sleep mode at night. And then in the mornings when I wake up, I put it on a quiet time mode. And I'll set a timer for 15 minutes and I will put it outside of my room. Now, 15 minutes is the bare minimum I usually do. I usually want to have a longer quiet time than that, but as you can see, I close my door, I set my phone out there, and I come back in my room, and what I've been doing is specifically meditating for 15 minutes. So choosing a verse, I've been reading through Psalms, and I will read one Psalm a day, and then I will choose one verse to specifically meditate on. Me and my mom just came out with a podcast on a beginner's guide to meditation. So if you're listening to this video and you're wondering what even is meditation, what is she talking about? That sounds weird. How do I meditate? Go check out that podcast. I'll have it linked in the description as well. But I will set that timer and put my phone outside of my room. I will get rid of my biggest distraction, because when my phone is in my room, my mind is already half gone. It's half out the window because I know my phone is in the room. It can be there to ring or buzz at any moment. So putting it outside of my room is key. Second, setting a timer is key, whether that's 5 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, or an hour. I think that setting a timer is key because then you're going to work during that whole time. You will be more motivated to work during that time. I also make sure that I have it on that do not disturb mode so that people know when they text me that I'm not just ignoring them, that I'm literally gone doing my quiet time, so I can't talk at the moment. I am the first, and I will be the first to admit that my phone does suck me in. And recently I've been having technology fasts and moments where I put my phone aside, and I've realized those are the moments where I can really see God's face. I can truly seek the Lord without this distraction that is weighing me down. And it's just freeing, honestly, to have a technology fast or to just put that distraction aside and to focus on what's most important. I want to read to you Psalm 63. I think it will help reorient your heart towards Christ, just like it does for me. Psalm 63 says, "O God, you are my God. Earnestly I seek you. My soul thirsts for you. My flesh faints for you, as in a dry and weary land where there is no water. So I have looked upon you in the sanctuary, beholding your power and your glory. Because your steadfast love is better than life, my lips will praise you. So I will bless you as long as I live. In your name I will lift up my hands. My soul will be satisfied as with fat and rich food, and my mouth will praise you with joyful lips when I remember you upon my bed and meditate on you in the watches of the night. For you have been my help, and in the shadow of your wings I will sing for joy." The psalm keeps going. I just read to you a little bit of it, but that is just such a beautiful reminder of why we should be seeking God, of where our souls should be. It should be thirsting for Him. So that is my prayer for you today. That is my prayer for me. I pray that we would seek the Lord, that we would thirst for Him, that we would come into His sanctuary with no distractions, desiring Him above all. Good morning! So I just had this put on my heart this morning. It might be something that you need to hear. Sorry if I look out of it. Just woke up. I'm exhausted. But so when I first started reading the Bible, it was in middle school, 8th grade. I started reading the Bible every morning. And I started from Genesis and I worked my way all the way through the end of the Bible. It took me, I think, 5 to 6 years to read through the whole Bible the first time. It was not easy. I didn't know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know anything about the Bible. Like, I had a little bit of church background knowledge, but if any of you guys know, the Bible is so deep. It's a never-ending well. And there's so many different cities and there's so many different people. There's a whole family line that it's just crazy. Like, there's so much to the Bible. I did not know what I was getting myself into. I didn't know much about the Bible at all. And I just started reading it 1 chapter a day every single morning. Before I went to school, I woke up early and I read my Bible. And I want this to encourage you because I want to remind you that we all have to start somewhere. We're not going to start at a point where we know everything and where we know exactly what's going on. And I would love to compare this to painting or to playing the piano or to learning a sport. You can't expect to start the sport or to start painting. As you can see, I'm a painter. You can't expect to start and know everything and compare yourself to the great artists like Picasso or Van Gogh and say like, oh, my art doesn't look like theirs, so I'm just going to stop. No, they spent their whole lives painting. They spent hours upon hours upon hours every single day pouring their heart and their soul, blood, sweat, tears, everything into becoming a master artist. And they did not just get there overnight. They started off not knowing what they were doing. I started off painting, not knowing what I'm doing. And I still feel like I don't know what I'm doing. That's why I practice every single day. And it goes the same for Bible reading. It's just like learning how to play a sport. It's just like learning how to paint, how to play the piano. You start off not knowing what you're doing, not knowing what you're reading, and you grow. It takes years upon years upon years to learn how to study the Bible, to learn the storyline of the Bible, to learn all the people, all the connections, all the different tools on how to study hermeneutics, theology, all these different things. It does not happen overnight. And I always fear that you're going to watch our videos or other people's videos or compare yourself to people on the internet and say like, I'll never be able to know as much as she knows or study like she does. I don't understand how she even does all that. I'm just not even going to try. I think that is baloney. I think that you should try and you should remember that we all need to start somewhere. When I first started, I read 1 chapter and all I did was look for something that stood out to me. For example, let's say something said, the Lord has steadfast love. That stood out to me because I understood what that meant vaguely. And then I would journal about it. I wrote it down. And every day I'd write a summary about what I read. And then I would, write something that stood out to me. Even if I didn't understand 99% of it, I would still pick out what did make sense to me and what did speak to my heart that day. So that is just a reminder to you that you need to start somewhere. So I would encourage you little by little growing, little by little learning, getting books, getting resources, watching videos, listening to sermons, just starting your journey today. or continuing your journey today, or if you fell off the wagon, to get back on the wagon, because you totally can. So all that to say, I don't know if that had anything to do with the video I actually had planned today. It just kind of came up. So, oh, morning stretch. Oh, you know, those morning stretches. Hope you enjoyed that. So before we close out today's video today, I just wanted to say thank you to Leslie, Francis, Yadira, and Chelsea for supporting us on Patreon. You guys are our 4 newest Patreon people, so we just wanted to say thank you. If you guys didn't know, we have Patreon, and Taylor posts Christian ASMR Bible reading videos on there. So she's reading through the whole Bible in this beautiful soft voice to help you fall asleep at night. So go check us out over on Patreon. I have it linked in the description. Just wanted to let you know. Love you so much, guys. I hope you have an amazing week. Bye.